Welcome to On the Way to School, your 6-minute daily boost for educators and administrators. I'm Christopher S. Dennis, and today, let's elevate our journey together. Good morning and welcome to episode 101 of On the Way to School. It is Tuesday morning. It's a little dreary out here in LA, but we know it's going to heat up the best way it can. I hope you're doing great. I'm hitting you before the first cup of coffee, but we'll get through this. Hopefully you've got what you need to have a great day and a great morning. Here in April, it's always a good time to start thinking about the rest of the year, the next part of the year, and all the phases that remain in the school year. We're about, just a month away from finals. So those grades are starting to look stronger. You kind of know what you're working with as far as where you're trying to get your students to go. And maybe you know what you're working with where you want your team to go. I know I've got a stellar team and just thinking about ways I can acknowledge and reward them for the rest of the year. But today I wanted to talk about adjustments. If you know me, you know I'm a big car fanatic. I love cars. And I was looking for a new vehicle recently, and I'm really focused on how the seat feels. And, I'm not the tallest person in the world, but in my current car, I usually have my seat tilted a little bit, tilted backwards a little bit, so I can kind of lay out as I drive. But I've been having some shoulder pain. And, on Sunday, I said, you know what, let me just try to adjust my seat a little bit here and try to, get it so that my elbow can just like rest on the handle or the door a little bit. And something really, really interesting happened once I adjusted my seat. I adjusted my seat. I sat up a little bit more. I could see the dashboard differently. I could see the front end of the car differently. And it allowed me to change my perspective to, one, feel more comfortable and experience the car in a totally different way by just adjusting my seat. I got closer to the things I needed to be closer to. I leaned forward. I sat up. I just changed my perspective. And I think that's a great analogy for some of the things we can focus on as leaders and in our leadership journey and as educators. When was the last time you adjusted your seat? When was the last time you changed your perspective to see the same thing from a different vantage point? And if you've done that, I'm pretty sure you were like me. You were able to walk away with a different feeling, a different understanding, a different connection to the problem, a different connection to the opportunity. And I just want to encourage all of you at this point in the school year to adjust your seat. Now, you can adjust your metaphoric seat, but I think it's also cool if you adjust your literal seat in your car. Please try it. Lean forward, lean back, scoot it up, adjust your steering wheel, because you do get to experience something that you've already had in a really different way. And I think that material change could be really helpful as you move through things. The other thing is, what can it do for you, even in your classroom or in your office? I'm always, known for trying to rearrange something in the office. And, I think before one of our breaks, this year, we talked about cleaning off your desk before you go away for a long break, but also adjust your seat in your office. Maybe you even need to buy a new office chair, right? Find different ways to change your perspective to first get comfortable with what you've got going on. The challenges may be daunting. They may be not your most preferred things to do, but go ahead and give yourself an opportunity to change your seat, adjust your seat, change your perspective, and see where it takes you. And please let me know how this goes for you. I know I'll see some of you, in the next hour, but hopefully, this gives you a little bit of something that you can take and apply to your lives. So hopefully you're doing well, and I'll catch you tomorrow on the way to school. Take care. Thanks for joining me on the way to school. Stay inspired, stay motivated, and keep making a difference. I'm Christopher S. Dennis. See you tomorrow.